What is up, YouTube? Hope everybody's doing okay. In this video, I'm going to go in and I'm going to talk about real quick, like the baby's comments at the Rolling Out Loud concert where he made allegedly homophobic statements. Now, I listened to the little clip. I didn't look at the whole concert, but I did listen to the clip. And he mentioned, I guess you could say, some false information, because you don't die of HIV in two weeks. And he mentioned something about guys that were sucking D out in the parking lot. I don't know if he seen something as he was rolling up, but anyway, I mean, he made disparaging comments. And I've somewhat looked into it. He's lost every major. It tends to be that certain major venues will be, hosting a concert that may feature the baby. And it seems like about 7 of them let him go. Now, I went to his YouTube channel and I had just observed that on his YouTube channel, he still has upcoming concerts because the dude has a huge following. He's got a massively gigantic following. So it'll be hard to cancel somebody that has built themselves up to a certain extent already. It'll just be, he should easily be able to, make something out of himself regardless of whether he has large corporate endorsements or not. But needless to say, he is under fire. But needless to say, he's under fire for those statements. And I think it's hypocritical because this must be said. Okay, the baby is a rapper. Rappers rap about violence, guns, misogyny, etc. I mean, how exactly does a person go into a porta potty and determine which turd in a fucking porta potty is the most toxic, contaminated one? I mean, a turd is a turd. And the clear message, I mean, even if you look at drill rap, which is 100% advocates gang violence. Drill rap originates out of Chicago. It's really just another version of crunk that was started, I guess you could say, by Lil Jon. If you want to say that Jon started energetic, upbeat, party, violent rap of a bunch of guys throwing elbows and getting into fights and pushing each other around on the dance floor. If you want to attribute that to Lil Jon, if you ask me, drill rap is just an extension of the crunk era, if you really ask me. In songs like Turn Down for What? But if you look at this drill rap, it's just pure genocide. I mean, you have areas where on a weekend, you could get 60, 70, 80 damn people killed. And yet you've got people sitting in the middle of this type of mass violence, promoting and paying young black African-American men to rap and sing about more violence, which is the point that I'm making in this video. Clearly it's okay. And I say this, it seems to me that the only problem, and I know that he's probably kicking his own self up the ass right now, but the only problem or the only mistake that the baby made was that he stopped rapping and that he started talking. How about if you just take those homophobic words, which exist in just about every rap album. I ain't gonna say every rap song, but rap just generally uses anti-gay slurs literally all the time. Why not just take it and just do what every other rapper does, or do what he's probably done a zillion times and just incorporate it into his songs? It would have never been heard. Or you would have really had to go to the extreme of digging through a bunch of garbage, violence, and misogyny, and some of everything else, trying to find some homophobia. It's absurd. And then the sitting president of this country, which is Joe Biden, sat down with Cardi B. There's not a black businesswoman. There's not a black educated woman. There's not a black intellectual female that Joe Biden has ever sat down with as a representation of political presidential communication with the black community. The way in which Joe Biden decided to communicate with the black community was to talk to Cardi B. Cardi B said about 3 years ago, before Bill Cosby, who is currently out of jail, before he went to jail, she said, I drug and I rob niggas. And this female wasn't canceled. She wasn't berated through the media. She wasn't called every which type of name. She didn't have any of her endorsements or record deals fooled around with. As long as you say, I rob and I drug niggas, that's okay. Or as long as a nigga is rapping about killing another nigga, even if he's sitting in the middle of the most horrific gun violent city in America, he can stand up and pour salt into a wound, and it ain't really salt into a wound. I mean, you're really hitting a wound with a damn chainsaw when you sit up in the middle of Chicago and rap about gang violence. I mean, I can only describe it as stabbing a bullet wound with a sword. I mean, seriously. Or trying to fix a bullet wound with a sword. And you mean to tell me you'd actually just dig out this one little set of comments he made and say he's canceled? And then there's Doja Cat. What she said last year, where she made racist and disparaging comments against black people. And yet she's pushed and promoted and celebrated, you might as well say, to a large extent. So it's utter abject and complete hypocrisy, and it's really just, and the last and final thing that I'll say is that it's really just what I refer to as mutual lowliness, or mutually agreed political low-castedness. It's what black men, especially black men, who engage in piling on the baby. Because you're essentially saying, like, if you're piling on the baby, and if you're making all type of negative comments on the internet and Twitter and whatnot about the baby, you're just adding to an overall social double standard, where the only thing that you can do as a black man, especially a gay black man, the only thing that you can do is attack another black man. When you think about Black Lives Matter and the LGBT, all the money that they've made off black people, these black people cannot go to the LGBT and get a dime. They can't ask Black Lives Matter for anything. Black people are used to just getting symbolisms. Just symbolisms. That's it, symbolisms. But the people that form these LGBTs and BLMs, they're getting money. And the black people that are in it can only be symbolic figureheads, even if they're the basis, if they're the foundation of how all these organizations make money. So these gay black men and these everyday nutbag Negroes, and then you get all these white folk and these different white celebrities coming out the woodwork. They don't even know the baby. You know, people like Madonna, and I've seen some hip hop channels that were ran by white dudes. They don't even know nothing about black culture. And that gayness, that culture is of white Europeans. It is a white European thing. You know, they look at hard butts. The hard butt of another male is somehow sexually attractive. I've seen, you know, gay white dudes on Twitter and white dudes who claim that they aren't gay just sitting around always making butt jokes and anus jokes. That is something that is of their culture, and that's okay. I mean, they can be that way, but Jesus H. Christ, don't force that crap on everybody else. You're raping the world. You know, because it's kind of like that's so completely a part of them. You can have a Negro sitting up there rapping pure genocide, violence, misogyny, gang violence, fucking talking about just some of every damn thing. Bitch, hoe, nigga, I'll shoot up your house. Bitch, I'll fuck you. I'll fuck your mama and your sister. You know, it's in the midst of all of that garbage. You mean to tell me you actually heard the guy say something that was anti-gay? What about the anti-black stuff that he says? What about the anti-female stuff that he says? How come he didn't get canceled when he slapped the shit out of that woman? And then you had a situation where I just made a video. So I'm not no ultra gigantic fan of the baby. You know, I'm defending the situation. But I'm not an ultra big fan, but I just made a video. I just made it. You can literally go back no more than a week. About a week before this whole thing even happened with the baby, I made a video expressing that I was extremely disappointed in how he treated these two young black men. And that just furthermore proves the point. You know, there was a situation where he could have really helped out these two boys that were selling Skittles in the street. And instead, he decided to give them $1 apiece. And you got all these black men that are jumping all on the dude now. How come we didn't cancel him when he did that to those two young brothers? See, he can sit up there. You think you getting some type of power if you gay and if you attacking this dude. You really do think you feeling some type of way right now. Bruh, at the end of the day, script all the stuff away. Script the gay stuff away. Script the rap stuff away. Script identity, names, what state you from, or whatever you claim. Script all of that away, and at the end of the day, you and the baby are two black males, and the only thing that the white people in society above you will allow you to do is attack him. That's the only bit of power that they will give to you. If you're attacked by a biracial South African rapper, Doja Cat, or European, whatever she is, European mulatto with a South African daddy, whatever she is, if you get attacked by a Dominican rapper, Cardi B, if you get attacked by Doja Cat, and you can sit up there and berate and dehumanize and sing about murdering each other all damn day and nobody gives a shit. But the very second that you say something about being gay, which if you look at the statistics right before your face, being gay is more dangerous than being in a gang. If you imagine a meme of a whole bunch of Negroes with bandanas on their face, red bandanas, let's say they bloods, and they standing up aiming a gun at the camera, taking one of them gangster ass Instagram photos. One of them gangster photos they shouldn't even be posting on the internet, with drugs and money all over the place. Drug money and illegal drugs and guns all over the video. If you take that picture and if you put it next to a couple or a group of gay men, do you know which group of men that you're in most danger of being around? You're in more danger being around those gay dudes. Last year, there were 3,000 murders, a little over 3,000 murders in the black community. I mean, I'm not going to say that's it. That's bad. But just over 3,000. Dude, we're looking at nearly 10,000 HIV deaths. You are 3 times more likely to die being gay than what you are in a fucking gang. And that's real talk. Do I need to grab the FBI crime stats to show it to you, to prove it to you? So, you know, it is what it is. I know. I hope you feel good, and I hope you feel powerful. You can attack another nigga. That's what you can do. But when you're attacked, dehumanized, or politically neglected by anybody else, you can't say nothing, and you can't do nothing. So I hope you happy with the little fake power that white folk give you to do no more than attack another black man. Shout out to the baby. The baby is an idiot, but, you know, he's a smart idiot. He didn't say anything smart when he said what he said, but he's got a big following, man. That dude's gonna be all right. It's your man, Shadow Band. I'm out.